For great portraits, you don't necessarily need lots of expensive lighting equipment. For soft, flattering light, all you need is a window.
Windows provide ideal illumination for faces. They're fairly large, so much like a studio softbox, the light is soft and diffuse. And it's also directional, so you get a nice gentle fall off between highlights and shadows. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, north-facing windows are ideal as they never see direct sunlight, whereas for those in the southern hemisphere, south-facing is best. But any window will do as long as the sun isn't shining directly through it at the time. The problem with direct sunlight is it's hard-edged and very contrasty, which isn't kind on faces. Position your subject to the side of the window so that the light falls across them. One side of the face will be nicely highlighted with a gentle fall off into soft shadows on the other side. If we want to lift those shadows, we can bring a reflector into play, positioned opposite the window to bounce some light back at the face. You can pick up a 5-in-1 reflector like this very cheaply. This one here lets us choose between white, silver and gold sides. Without the reflector, the shadows can look a little too deep. The gold side lifts the shadows, but the warmth can look a little unnatural. Silver gives the light a colder feel, while white is usually the best choice for window portraits, as it gives a natural result. If you don't have a reflector, you can always get away with using anything that bounces light, such as a piece of white card. While by no means essential, a lens with a wide maximum aperture like the Canon 100mm f2.8 here is useful for natural light portraits, as it means we can be assured of a fast shutter speed to prevent camera shake and opens up the lower ISOs that help keep image noise to a minimum. It also means we can shoot with a really shallow depth of field for lovely soft backgrounds. Although this does mean precise focusing is essential, so be sure to position your focus point directly over the subject's closest eye. Another thing we need to be aware of is colour temperature. Artificial lighting is a different colour temperature to daylight, and it can look unattractive if we mix them together. So to keep the look nice and natural, switch off any artificial lights. With Windows, your light source is of course fixed, but by shifting the position of camera and subject, you can manipulate the direction of the light. Side onto the window, the light falls across the face. By contrast, with the subject facing straight on towards the window, the light falling over them is more direct, so it fills out all of the shadows on the face, which can be very flattering. Another option is to bring your subject very close to the window pane, so you can get a nice reflection in the glass. Or for a more arty look, you could try backlighting your subject by having them stood in front of the window. With the light coming from behind, the front of your subject will be in shadow, so the shape of the body becomes more important. But with the right pose and outfit, you can get amazing results.
So there we have it, great portraits with nothing more than the natural light from a window.